I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. The world is heading into the next round of the Hunger Games. Jurassic Games. However, Joy LaForte is not in fact dead, and she's been chosen to be the new host of the show since the last one got eaten by a virtual Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tucker, our protagonist from movie number 1, is convinced to go back into the game because his son has now been falsely accused of murder and associating with the rebel group, the Cavemen. Bad luck seems to run in this family, so Tucker is given a virus that will put a stop to the Jurassic Games once and for all. The AI running the games is basically running the show now and takes full control of all operating systems. After a team of game techs enters the virtual world to conduct tests, the AI traps them in there and forces them to participate in the Jurassic Games themselves. Tucker surprises everyone by jumping into the fray and playing right beside them. And what can I say more? They race, they fight, some sacrifice themselves to save others, and Tucker works to just keep his son alive. His son didn't murder his mom, by the way. That was totally my theory in the video about movie number 1. Turns out he just kinda has a blank stare and is really kinda wimpy, and that's about it. Missed opportunity for a twist there, disappointingly. The group makes it to the end, helped occasionally by a digital leftover of the game's former host, who, despite the movie's insistence, totally does not look like the previous host in movie number 1. They fight Joy LaForte in a last epic battle for their lives, but manage to defeat her, infect the game with the virus, and get their consciousnesses back to their bodies in the real world. Sadly, after all the pain and sacrifice, it seems that the Jurassic Games' original creator made the virus and tossed in a restart button. So yes, there's a possibility of more beautiful nonsense to come. As far as B-movies go, so far, this one is head and shoulders above most. Sure, it has its flaws, but if you go along with the ride, you'll find yourself enjoying it. There's fun, there's creativity, and there's a fair bit of silly goosery tossed in there. Some of the actors need to work at their craft, it's true, but others do a fine job. So I give it a stamp of approval because it's not a blockbuster movie and it wasn't trying to be one. But judged in the context of B-list movies, you could honestly give it 5 stars. If they ever go mainstream, I'll slam the gavel upon seeing any nonsensical writing, but to do so now would be like giving a 4th grader detention because he can't do calculus. Plot holes. Pulling a Marvel and not letting the dead stay dead. They brought back the psychopath Joy LaForte after she was very clearly killed in the first movie, and they do so with no explanation.
Sorry, what's going on?
The idea that all the personnel of the Jurassic Games would just let an unscheduled broadcast of the games happen months ahead of time and act cool about it. So neither they nor the government are worried about being completely out of control of the most important bread and circus of this society's power structure? Also, is the rest of the world just okay with the games taking over their regular broadcasting and interrupting their schedules? So many questions. This overdone eye injury. The pterodactyl poked out your eye. It didn't gouge off half your face. Plus, this injury makeup looks a lot like a large, bloody booger was flicked onto the actor's face. The contestants are made to stand there while their mind is in the games, whereas it made much more sense in the first movie for them to be in a harness on the wall. If your mind is gone, but your body stays behind, all these bodies would be slumped to the floor. It seems like a step backward in logic for this sequel. How did this tech guy suddenly become so good with a sword that he's practically a samurai? Echo tells Andrew to
Find a place to hide.
and this is his best move. Andrew's eyes twitch before he even comes back to life, ruining any possibility of dramatic tension. The guy confesses to Tucker that he isn't a caveman rebel at all, but instead the original creator of the Jurassic Games.
I made you!
What a stupid thing to do. If the man had stayed quiet, he could have walked away and gotten what he wanted with no muss, no fuss. After all he was after was to be an important, official part of the games again. But instead, he unnecessarily tells Tucker, a 2-time victim of the games, that he created the whole thing that made them all suffer. Like an idiot, he spills the beans to a man who is fully capable of killing him then and there. A man he tricked, and who believed his son had just died as a result of the games. But did Tucker take him out? Nope. He just left the game's creator to keep doing what he's doing, basically condemning the world to go through more of the same vicious cycle of blood sports. It seems like a highly unlikely thing for Tucker to do under these circumstances. I mean, at least take the guy as a hostage or something, prevent him from doing more damage to your society. Nods of approval. The government roping in Anthony Tucker's son because they wanted a recognized face to boost the game's ratings. Now that's a cruel, sadistic twist. Well done, writers. It ticks us off over government and law enforcement corruption and gets us invested because we want to know what will happen to him and his dad. Great casting choice for the lady who played the scared journalist, interviewing convicted killer Joy. The new development that contestants in the game can become dinosaurs themselves. Pretty cool idea, actually. It adds much more variety and thrill. They gave us an explanation for how Joy was able to take Tucker out in the first movie. Apparently, they boosted her strength because they wanted her to make it all the way to the end. You know, for dramaticity. The Jurassic Games technical staff get trapped into the virtual world so that they experience the same fear and death that they have inflicted on others. Whether or not you agree with the moral concept behind this irony, you gotta admit that it makes you stop and think, dang. Making fun of meme culture.
I'm saving it for you.
Already a meme and already trending #1. You can get the I'm saving it for you limited edition gear.
Love it.